Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for another match of the Hong Kong Sevens. This one's a big game. The Pacific Island nations going head to head. Samoa taking on the Flying Fijians. Now, this is a semi-final in the Hong Kong Sevens competition. The winner of this match will move on to the final to face the winner of Australia versus France. But looking through at the starting lineups, both sides going to be throwing absolutely everything into it. We do see that the weather in Hong Kong looks like it's cleared up a little bit, which is great news, as that will mean we see more offloading from both of these sides and a lot of creative plays throughout the full 14 minutes of the match. Looking through at Samoa's starting lineup, it will be Va'a Apilo. He has been in a try-scoring fest alongside the number 9 for France, Grandidia. It seems to be a race to 10, and at the moment, Grandidia, I believe, is on 9, Va'a Apilo on 8. So he needs a double here to be able to take the lead in that competition. Yuna Sioni at number 3, Motu Opitai, Malani Matavao. A couple of the co-captains in that starting lineup. Noeli Letufia gets himself the starting spot. Paul Scanlon and Owen Nui will be the other two in the Samoan starting lineup. Then looking through at the Fijian side for this matchup, it is Joshua Vakunarabili, Josefa Talatholo, the big men, going to be linking up nicely for the Fijians in this contest. Jeremiah Matano, also quite a large individual. He is there at number 3. Waisena Thunu, Ioani Teba, Felipe Satoranga, and Filippo Bocayaro as the last man in the starting lineup for the Fijians. We have got Fiji with the W, says Krish, and also I like both teams, so it's a tricky one, says Catherine. And also we get the Samoan flags from Cleveland and there as well. So yeah, it's the big question of who will be able to get themselves the victory. The last about 4 or 5 times that this match has happened on the HSBC 7 circuit, we have seen the wins all going the way of the Fijians. Samoa, though, they've already made history in this Hong Kong Sevens competition. They broke a 4-match losing streak up against New Zealand. They broke an 8-match losing streak up against Australia. Could they now find a way of getting themselves through further than they ever have before? In the last few matches, they have found themselves just narrowly missing out on the bronze medal every single time. I believe that's about 4 or 5 legs in a row. They have found themselves in that regard when playing off for the bronze. So they want to make it through to the final, guarantee themselves at least a silver. But Fiji, they have won the last 5 matches, or the last 5 series, actually, in fact, in Hong Kong. And they'll be looking to continue to do just that. And let's go Samoa, says Brandon Hekia. We have got another chat from Score More Points, Ovalofa, and also Buller, says Mark. And let's go Samoa, says Brandon there as well. So Samoa, they narrowly won up against Argentina, 19 points to 14 in their game. Fiji with the narrow victory over the South Africans, 12 points to 7. Looking through at the benches, Volvasa Afasua, Levi Milford, Nuali Vaya, Eti Slater, and Steve Onisai. So he's actually going to be coming off the bench. I mentioned in my preview that he might have had a bit of an ankle injury, and it seems like that is once again going to be the case for Steve Onisai the last 5 times that these two sides have played, all of which have gone the way of Fiji. Mothera Thangi will be coming off their bench. Also, Mai Samoa, Nodovalo Walangi, who got a little bit of time at the end of the last match up against the South Africans. And then also Waliso Liso is the last man off the bench for Fiji. And can't believe the Prodigy has lost to the Netherlands. Shocking, Springboks versus Ireland. It's kind of expected. If only we had a better goal kicker, says Not Your Everyday Cultures. I'm still very confused at why they gave it to Chisel and Colby. Like, Damien Valimza missed 1 kick, and then they were like, nah, you're never kicking for us again. And Cheslin missed about 2 or 3, didn't he? So I feel like if Valimza had continued the kicking, it could have been a whole different result in that match between South Africa and Ireland. But these two Pacific Island sides just about to make their way out onto the park. My score prediction, I did go Samoa by 5. Now, that is a bold prediction, definitely with the fact that they have lost the 5 last matches up against the Fijians. But they will certainly be in there for the fight. They have had a pretty good winning streak, 4 matches in a row for Hong Kong. Same can be said about Fiji, but it looks like a great afternoon there in Hong Kong, and hopefully the weather continues to stay nice right through to the finals. And who's the next semi-final? Next semi-final will be Australia versus France. And the winner of that one will find the winner of this one in the final. I think the winner will come from this side, says Hanoi. So you're saying whoever wins this game goes on and beats Australia or France, I assume. And that is a bold prediction, but at the end of the day, if it's Fiji, they have already shown in Hong Kong that they've been able to win title after title after title. And then for Samoa, they've shown in this competition already in the last few that they're right on the cusp of getting themselves a massive series leg win. And if it was the first of the year, that would certainly be a great way to start for the Samoan side. Now, looks like the Fijians all just getting that heart rate down. Will be kicked off by Fiji. Get us underway for this semi-final. Cracker Smith once again made a huge impact in the second half for Lioruru as well. Says not every day. Colts and Fiji all the way. Says Vinian and South Africa just lost to Argentina 19 points to 12 before this match. Says Chris, they did indeed. Now the whistle has been blown. And the match now underway between Fiji and Samoa. Fiji will be going from right to left. It's a knock-on from Paul Scanlon straight away. So the advantage in favour of the Fijians. And that will now be going down for the scrum feed. Only 12 seconds in. We're already going to see a scrum. And I think so. But I've been wrong many times, says Hanoi. And well, let's go. Two teams, win or lose, it's okay for me, says Akanisi there. And yeah, I think whoever loses this game, I want to say gets the bronze medal. But if it is Samoa who lose this game, of course, they have had quite a struggle in bronze medal matches as of late. The last time that Fiji lost in Hong Kong was actually 2014, 8 years ago. And also Samoa, says Niv, it's going to be off the back there. Bukagaro gives it onto the short side, down the wing. A nice run forward here from Sauturanga straight through. Scores the first try of the match for the Fijians. He will be very happy with that one. Gives it the thumbs up as well. Very happy man for Fiji. And that is how you score early in a contest up against the Samoans. They were able to pierce the line beautifully. Down the wing, Sauturanga got the inside ball. And Argentina versus USA in the fifth place final, says Krish. And there as well, which does mean the other match will be South Africa. They will be taking on the Irish, I believe is that game. And also we're going to try Fiji. Says Brandon, yeah, Fiji just running through the line. Sauturanga, they managed to get it out wide to Ioane Tepa. And he was able to find the pass. USA beat Ireland 14 points to 7. Says Christian, also we're going to go. Fiji goes, says Parash. So he will be very happy with the way that this match has started. The conversion has been successful as well. So 7-0 in favour of Fiji over Samoa. This is something we see often when these two sides play. For some reason, it just seems to be when they go head-to-head, Samoa don't really have an answer for Fiji. They can't allow the Fijians to get this going too fast, too early. Now Oanui tries to break through. Va'a Pilomaleko slings it across to Malani Matavao. Has a bit of a handling error. Now gives it one more out into the hands of Yuna Sioni, who will be looking to glide down the wing. Tries to step on the outside to the corner of Billy. Tries to keep it in the field of play, and it has worked out for the Samoans here. Now Va'a Pilomaleko goes for a bit of a grubber mind. Didn't get anywhere near as much distance on it as he would have liked. Set up for Va'a Pilomaleko there. Now going off to the short side. Looking close. Olanue keeping this ball alive. It's going to be the advantage in favour of the Samoans as well. Letofea breaks the line now. Samoa with the draw pass. Malani Matavao just pins his ears back and will score the try for the Fijians. For the Samoans. They are now going to be back in the contest. Whereas Jerry, says Catherine, I believe he's either injured or he's decided to hang up the boots for the Sevens side of things, Jerry Tawai. But I'm not too sure which one out of the two it is. And come on, the Manu says Niv. And Samoa 19 to 19, or 21 to 19, always Samoa, says Brandon. And go the Manu, says Jason. And the chat as well. But it was nicely done. Va'a Apilo Maleko has been able to take it beautifully. And also the try Samoa, says Brandon. And also we'll get there. Hi, says Amelia. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. And also, well, great contest, says Hanoi. That kick is successful from Samoa as well. Now getting back to 7-all in the early stages of the match. It's as if the game has not started, although it has. And we have seen 3.5 minutes of fast-paced action between the two sides. And go the Manu, don't give up, says Jason Adams in the chat as well. I think Samoa, that will give them confidence because there have been a lot of times in the past where they've played Fiji and they have found themselves sitting on nil. Looked like there was a very happy Fijian player there, though. It's going to be going nicely high, slapped out of the hands of Talatholo, and it's a knock-on, and now Samoa will have themselves a scrum feed. And also, I'm going to Karen's Diner tomorrow. That will be an interesting one for you, Amelia. Hopefully, I was going to say hopefully you have a great time, but I think the point of that diner is supposed to be that you don't have a great time, but a good time at the same time. That makes sense. And Tosafiti says Nasal there. And also got the money, don't give up. And I think Fiji don't mind to lose to Samoa as much as different teams, says Hanoi. Yeah, Fiji, they'll certainly want to make sure they get themselves the victory here, though. They are defending champs 5 years in a row, or 5 contests in a row for Hong Kong and Samoa. The last time they were in a cup final, they actually were back in 2019. Have only won 2 of the 11 semi-finals that they've played against Fiji as well for Manu Samoa. So it will be certainly going against the odds. But Malani Matavao off on the short side. Samoan side, they will certainly be trying to find those gaps in the Fijian defence, which normally aren't too big unless you go right near the touchline, but then you risk putting the ball out. Letufia trying to break through for Kurabili. Gets him low. Now back across to the right-hand side. Apelo Maliko in the midfield. Like I mentioned, I want to get 2 tries in this one so that he can win the foot race and the try-scoring race that he is having at the moment up against the flying winger, or in fact, the flying centre, Grandidier, and the staff are paid to abuse you. And I'm actually looking forward to it based off what I've seen on TikTok, says Amelia there. And as we get the Samoa, keep Manu, says Brandon. Little mistake there from the Samoans, ended up giving away the penalty. And now Fiji, they will be kicking this one into touch. Some decent distance on that for Nathunu. Taking some deep breaths as well. Even though we've only been going for 5 minutes, you can tell that the intensity in this game is certainly going to be high. But we're seeing Nathunu, one of the key players, I think, for the Fijians throughout this matchup. Mukayaro about to throw the ball in for Fiji. They go into the middle to Talatholo, who's certainly got the height advantage over pretty much anyone that he goes into the line out up against. Now ball on the outside. Straight to Ioani Teba. Beautiful offload. And now Bukayaro. In fact, it's Felipe Saturanga again. He will get his second of the contest. He's got a big smile on his face as well. Nice work from the Flying Fijians down the wing. The counter-attack is dangerous. Your next semi-final and finals this, Brandon. So we are going to be doing the final and the third place playoff game, I believe, are the next 2 live streams that we have got on the channel. We've got to go a little bit lighter with a couple of the sevens, mainly because my voice, I think, will disappear before the Rugby League World Cup that we have got a bit later on tonight. But it is a good run forward from Felipe Saturanga. And he hasn't really had too many opportunities in other games for the Fijians, whereas in this now semi-final, certainly making the most of the opportunity, trying to get himself a spot in the starting lineup for the next game for Fiji, whether that is the final or the bronze final. That kick's going to be unsuccessful. Score will remain at 12 points for Fiji and 7 to Samoa. And come on, Samoa, says Jason, and let's go try Fiji, says Krish. Only 20 seconds left of the first half, I should say. And it will be Waisena Thunu once again, kicks it off just the 10 metres made. Letufia driven backwards Samoa. They may look to just kick this one into touch, depending on how far up the field they are here at the time that the siren sounds. But now Pelo Maleko passed it off. It was actually forward to Motu Opitai. So that will be the end of the half. 12 points to 7 for Fiji going into the halftime break. So my end score prediction, I did say Samoa by 5. They're going to have to make back 10 points here in the second half if they do want that chance. Tosafiti Toso says Tamasi, and also more Fiji more, says Viniana. Let's go try Fiji, says Krish in the chat as well. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think will end up scoring the first try of the second half? I am going to go with Josefa Talatholo for the Fijians. Or if it is a try scorer for the Samoans, I'm actually going to go with the number 2 for them as well, which is Apelo Maleko. He seems like a relatively safe bet with the amount that he has been able to score throughout the last little while. But so far, we have seen 2 errors from Samoa, 0 from Fiji. Like, they haven't had a huge amount of the ball, only 3 carries, and already converting it into 2 very successful tries for Saturanga. 3 missed tackles from the Fijians, though, compared to the 2 of Samoa. Samoa yet to make a tackle on the stats, which is a pretty huge one. And next weekend, November tour, what game you play? Says Brandon, there are a lot of them that are going to be taking place in the November internationals. New Zealand will be playing up against the Scottish. South Africa, I believe they've got their game up against France. Ireland are playing Fiji. Australia, I want to say, are probably playing someone like a Wales. Something along those lines. Maybe England. Not too sure who they have got. And the next one, next weekend, November tour. Oh, no, I read that one. And also, heck yeah, the use, says Mark. And also, internet getting a thrashing, says Catherine. And there as well. And now Fiji in the huddle, ready to go for another exciting game of the Sevens. And Athunu, he's been pretty decent in this game, you'd have to say. He hasn't done a huge amount, but he has been able to find a couple nice passes that have set up Felipe Saturanga, who currently is sitting with both of the tries in his favour. The other try was scored by the Samoans, and I believe it was in the end, who was it that managed to score? Try for Samoa. There's a big yawn for myself, but the try was scored by Malani Matavao. That was the man who was able to get it, I believe. Yes, it wasn't. He actually managed to convert his own try in the process. Second half just about to get another way. It will be Malani Matavao, the try scorer for Samoa, kicking off get us underway for another 7 minutes. Whoever wins this game will move on to the final, face off against Australia or France. Ioane Teba, nice inside ball, gives it off to Nathunu, almost taken up in the tip tackle. Going to be play on just for now, and Saturanga tries to make his way through. It's another advantage in favour of the Flying Fijians, now looking to use it out the back line. Talatholo finds the offload to Bukayaro, almost breaking through. Another quick bit of hands from the Fijians, and Josefa Talatholo, once he starts accelerating, they're not going to stop him, and that will be another try now for the Fijians. And go Samoa, you got this, says Jason Adams, and they're certainly going to have to be the next side to score a try in this contest, or else they could find themselves in a little bit of trouble. But the offloading game from Fiji was precise. The big run from Josefa Talatholo, the Emalani Matavao, he tried to stop him. It was just going to be a little bit too tough, though. And keep going. Manu Samoa says Akanesi, and also we get that Fiji, says Viniana. And the chat there as well. And also we have got the Australia versus Ireland, says Brandon, also Fiji, says Viniana. Talatholo looks up to the heavens and salutes. Kick has gone over, so now it's going to make the score 19 points to 7. Fiji have themselves a nice 12-point lead. We are currently sitting 9 p.m. here in New Zealand. The final will be taking place at midnight, so 3 hours' time. Be sure to set those alarms. And then also a little bit later on in the day, we are going to be doing the live stream between Tonga and Samoa. That is a 3:20 a.m. start time for the stream. And this live stream, once it does end, will actually redirect you to that one. It's going to be the knock-on this time from Fiji. Pilo Maliko and Jeremiah Matana just having a bit of a push there, but it seems like both of them are relatively calm at this point in time. Samoa are going to have themselves a scrum feed. Australia versus Ireland, says Brandon. Also, yes, Fiji, you got this, says Cool Cat. And also, you've got their heck yeah, heart of the people in Samoa not looking good, says Brandon. I think it's more of the case of any time they play up against the Fijians, something just doesn't quite click for them. I don't know whether it's mentally or physically that something goes slightly wrong, but if they score a try now and convert, they are still only one converted try down up against this Fijian side, who are the defending champs of the Hong Kong Sevens. Letufea goes off to the short side now. Will be Malani Matavao, consider going on the inside. Now finds that offload up to Letufea, who finds the offload through the legs. Risky player, Yuna Sione and Va Apelo Maliko. He now tries to break, but great pace shown. Throwing the risky offload. Came forward for Muffin Othangi. Sits up for Ioane Teba, but they're going to be going back for a penalty or a knock-on, I believe it is. And it's a penalty to Samoa. Va Apelo Maliko takes quickly. Now the wide cutout pass. Fiji currently playing with only 6 men on the field, as Ioane Teba did actually hurt himself in the try-scoring motion. Now Malani Matavao considered passing it across. Fiji had it pretty well defended. Ball ripped away. Little is there to clean up. Now fired back into the pocket. Owen Nui once again going back. Pilo Maliko, the interception. Ioane Teba, though, he ends up losing his footing. It's going to be called as a penalty and a double blow of the whistle. This might be a yellow card, unfortunately, for Samoa. And go Samoa, you can do this. And Fiji have great offloads. They certainly do. Go Samoa, says Easter. And also All Blacks get more views. Says Brandon, also come on Samoa. Says Eliza, hey Hamish, who do you think is better Sevens player, Sanatlo or Jerry Tawai? Very different styles between those two. I feel like Jerry Tawai was probably more of a thinking Sevens player in terms of with the offloading game that he did have, whereas Sanabo, or I've said his name terribly, but Sanatla was pretty much just pure pace. And anywhere there was the opportunity, he would run it through a gap. So two different players, but I mean, I like both of them. And you don't really get to 230 tries, I believe it was, for Sanatla without doing a thing or two right. Also, we have got there, come on Samoa, says Eliza. And also Fiji versus Australia final, 27 points to 19. Fiji for the win, my prediction, says Krish there. Fiji, they are going to have themselves the scrum feed currently. The next game that will be taking place is the other semi-final between Australia and France. Bukayaro going to be wrestled down. It was an offload there once again. Unfortunately, that one is actually just going to count as a knock-on from Yuna Sione as he did attempt to catch it. Go Samoa, says Easter. And Ulala Fiji and Go Samoa, says Jason. There as well, but Bukayaro, he tried to find the offload. Yuna Sione, he got one hand to that one. So he was probably a little bit lucky in some regards that they did consider it as a knock-on rather than a deliberate one. Currently on a 12-match winning streak against Samoa for the Fijians, and they are looking to continue that definitely if they get this ball out wide. Nathungu goes on the outside. It's not going to be taken cleanly, and now Paul Scanlon tries to keep it in the field of play. He's done very well, although it might have been close to 4. No, they are going to say it is just play on. Now running hard at the line. It's going to be a good shot on him for Paul Eti Slater. Off to the right-hand side, Avila Malika just trying to create something for Samoa, but it does seem like it's going to be very tough. Yuna Sione, the one-on-one defense has been solid from the Fijians throughout this game. Matana able to block that one now. Avila Malika, he's put the ball down. They've said that it's gone backwards, though, and Avila Malika may have seriously injured his leg here. By the looks of it, so we will have to keep a look at it as well. And unfortunate for SA, my team, but hopefully they do better next time, says Cool Cat. Va'apilo, he's been stood on as well for Va'apilo Malika, unfortunately. Yeah, he does not look too flashy, Va'apilo Malika. It looks like the left ankle / maybe the Achilles tendon might be a little bit damaged here for Va'apilo Malika. I don't think he will be able to continue this matchup, though. They are just showing Paul Scanlon with those silky skills, be able to keep the ball in the field of play. And also, there goes Samoa. Says it was Lirimia, if I have pronounced that correctly. Like they're saying, there's been some big hits between these two sides and not a lot of time left on the clock for them to decide who will be getting themselves the victory. But Va'apilo Malika, more than likely, we aren't going to see him back later tonight for the Samoans, which is a shame because they certainly would have liked to have him for that bronze medal final, if that is where they finish, unless, of course, Samoa get themselves a couple converted tries, take the lead, and then maybe sit 21 points to 19 up over Fiji, but that will be definitely a tough task at this point in the match without one of their stars, Va'apilo Malika. He's sitting on 8 tries. Grandidier is just ahead of him on 9, and then also Ioane Tepa, actually the next man down, and that is on 6. So there's quite a difference between the top front runners and the try-scoring department, but little fear. About to feed the ball in. Valvasa Afasua also going to be off the field for another 10 seconds for the Samoans. 40 meters out from their own line. A rough pass. Going to be bouncing forward. Scanlon cleans up. Now going short side. Big contact. My Samoa makes a good tackle there on Nuelilaya. Now Little Fair keeps that alive. Eti Slater has dropped the ball. It's going to become the penalty for Samoa. They are still just keeping themselves alive in this contest, but they need a try very soon. Big run from, and it was Nulevaya. Now Eti Slater goes across now to short side. Owen Nui trying to break through. Nice overlap. Looping around there. Slater once again moves up almost to the 22 for Samoa. And Fiji were asking for a penalty in that breakdown for some reason. Now Little Fair tries to go through. Finds the offload up to Yona Sione. Trying to break now. He's got the great offload on the outside. Now Slater, all he's going to do is one-on-one. Breaks up to 5 meters out from the line. Still another 50 seconds left on the clock. Sione considered going to the short side, but decided against it in the end. Now Nui taken down nicely. So 40 seconds left on the clock. Samoa cannot afford to have a handling error here. Now Scanlon back in his base. He's going to go for the corner. Oh, did he get it down? Or did Talatholo stop him? Okay, Josefa Talatholo thinks that he has done just enough there. Come on, boys, hold it together. Says Catherine, and also goes Samoa, says Lirimia, and also Uso Fear. And there as well. Does he get it down into touch? Oh, he's in touch. Great work from Talatholo. It looked like he was almost beaten for pace on the outside, but had that last little bit of an acceleration, and it was just enough. They were playing advantage for offside, though. So Samoa will still have half a chance here. They do need a couple converted tries in 30 seconds, though. Okay, the time has been turned off and too late, says Jason. And there as well. Referee just checking on all the players. Yona Sione now goes off to the left-hand side. Valvasa Afasua. They have got one last chance here for Samoa. Stanley forced into touch. No space down the wing for the youngster. And now Samoa considered taking the quick throw, but now they will just take this line out, kick the ball into touch, and that will be the end of this match. And a 13-match winning streak for the Fijians, but driven into touch there. It was a great shot from Filippo Saturanga. As always us in Fiji says simply to simp for goofy. Yeah, it just ends up always finding that matchup of them going head-to-head, unfortunately. That one's gone into touch, and that will be the end of the matchup. And Fiji do progress through a little bit further in the competition. France versus Australia is just about to take place. The winner of that game will face Fiji in the final, and Samoa will be playing the loser of that game. They will be playing off for the bronze medal final. Thank you, Mr. Hamish. There's Vinny, no worries at all. And also, they want us Pacific nations to lose this for Goofy. I think it's all done off the base of the rankings, unfortunately. And it just ends up that Samoa, because they are ranked about 9th, end up on the same side as the Fijians, who are about 3rd or 4th at the moment. I love your commentary, bro. Says Eliza, and we will be back for the final and the 3rd place playoff game, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. What Samoa's next game, says Jason. So that is going to be the bronze medal final that will be taking place at about 11:30 p.m. New Zealand side, or New Zealand time, I should say. So 2.5 hours time till that matchup does take place. But Samoa have been defeated by the Flying Fijians. Seems like they're all in good spirits, though. I see Nathunu giving handshakes to all of the Samoan players. But nonetheless, we do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We should also mention we have got Samoa versus Tonga later on tonight on the Rugby League World Cup side of things. So be sure to check that out as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.